condescending when you tell me how they think it, they reduce it to my melanin. Like I didn't pay the cost, so my brother took a loss for your chance at the donkey or the elephant, but neither one is relevant. This is for the blacks or the whites that are coming off arrogant, calling me a traitor for not following. I heard that's absurd, and I heard that it's even more prevalent when you don't understand what I've been through. And blood don't tell me who I'm kin to. That's determined in by the friends who share the same values as me. Don't pretend to act like you know everything that I need. Conservative in the way I believe, regardless of whatever you may perceive. I'm black and nobody can take that from me.
Don't attack me cause I ain't no Democrat. Said don't attack me cause I ain't Republican. Yeah, I'm still black. Yeah, I'm still black. Said don't attack me cause of all my politics. You ain't gotta deal with all this shit that I deal with. Yeah, I'm still black. Yeah, I'm still black.
Take that from me. Yeah.
This is my right as a citizen.
Know all of my rights.
My freedom cannot be limited.
I do what I want. Okay.
Think otherwise then you ignorant.
Leave me alone because
And feed your body, I'm different.
Don't attack me cause I ain't no Democrat. Said don't attack me cause I ain't Republican. Yeah, I'm still black. Yeah, I'm still black. Said don't attack me cause of all my politics. You ain't gotta deal with all this shit that I deal with. Yeah, I'm still black. Yeah, I'm still black. I'm still black.
Wow. Space Force, wow.
Space Force through your tape. We fast forward, we came through that time warp. Your foreheads look like warp. Everybody look confused, huh? How do we make these moves, huh? How do we always improve, huh? No, we ain't nothing like you. We on top cause we don't stop and all we do is gradual. Everyone's so grouchy cause they puppets and we animals. We don't whine, we just break bread with the team, holy mackerel. Know us, and we raining, better grab a boat.
We a different breed, talking alien. Survivor of the fittest and we play to win. Grab another bounty and get paid again. Then we fade into the dark like a gradient. Dark like a gradient. Dark like a gradient.
Space Force through your tape. We fast forward, we came through that time warp. Your foreheads look like warp. Everybody look confused, huh? How do we make these moves, huh? How do we always improve, huh? No, we ain't nothing like you. We on top cause we don't stop and all we do is gradual. Everyone's so grouchy cause they puppets and we animals. We don't whine, we just break bread with the team, holy mackerel. Know us, and we raining, better grab a boat.
Poke the bear, you better go in there. My fireworks in the sky like a Roman air. An imposer in the throne and it stole my chair. Any moment here could become a polar bear. It's cold in here, in a flash like a solar flare. The Vulcan here, my whole career, they cloak the beer. They won't get over me and then it won't appear. In iguana like a fauna, now I go to be deer.
Space Force through your tape. We fast forward, we came through that time warp. Your foreheads look like warp. Everybody look confused, huh? How do we make these moves, huh? How do we always improve, huh? No, we ain't nothing like you. We on top cause we don't stop and all we do is gradual. Everyone's so grouchy cause they puppets and we animals. We don't whine, we just break bread with the team, holy mackerel. Know us, and we raining, better grab a boat.
remote.
Welcome to Plausible Foolishness. I am one of the two kings of the Rube Empire. I'm the Philosopher King, the Ivory Tower, the Mad Scientist, Matt, and I've got a perspective on things. And with me, the kick-ass Duke, the producer, the right hand of the kings, Dusty.
Oh, yeah, brother, that's right. I'm here. I've got a perspective. You've got a perspective. Let's get this perspective on. How's everything
All right,
going,
sir.
Matt?
Good. Good. I'm excited. I'm
Good?
excited for today.
You're excited.
Yes, I am
Oh,
excited
you are.
for today because she's
All
back.
right.
Back again. Guess
Wait,
who's
wait,
back?
wait.
Tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
And I don't know if I
Guess
actually.
who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
I don't know if I have this queued up, but I'm gonna make sure I do before we get there. Anyway, before that, how are you?
I'm good. It's been a busy day, busy week. We've talked about a lot of subjects this week. Covered a lot of topics. We've got a few more to cover
Mm-hmm.
before the weekends. Then next week we're just doing the Tuesday show, and then we're going to be celebrating some Christmas.
Yeah. Man, it's coming
Yep.
fast.
Yep. Right.
But you know, that's life. Life comes at you fast, and you gotta roll with it. You gotta make it happen.
That's true.
So, why don't we make it happen? Well, let's hit us with the state of the kingdom, brother.
Okay. Um, so something cool that happened yesterday that we didn't really talk too much about, we just brushed over it gently, was Governor DeSantis, the main man DeSantis, um, passed something pretty cool. He passed a bill allowing parents to sue the school for teaching CRT.
Mm.
If a parent find the example of CRT being taught in any school, they now have a right and an obligation to sue that school district.
Excellent.
So essentially, Florida, it will not be a bastion for Marxist views.
No, and it shouldn't be because they are garbage and they fail everywhere they've been tried.
Mm-hmm.
And they bring poverty and tyranny everywhere they're
Yep.
employed, save for a select few individuals at the top who live like kings. And it's
Yep.
disgusting, and I don't know how anybody is fool enough to think that this is what America needs, lest they
This is a
be
good thing.
unless they be the elites at the top who stand to gain immensely from it. So
Yeah,
why
I'm sure they're
Antifa
sitting
is
there.
out there on the ground like complete morons
Well, here's the
trying
thing.
to implement this stuff is beyond me.
Here's the funny thing. Antifa has a symbiotic relationship with the KKK. If the KKK didn't exist, Antifa wouldn't exist. And if Antifa doesn't exist, the KKK still exists because Democrats still exist, and they started the KKK. So good job, Democrats.
And the KKK is barely a thing anymore.
Yeah, I don't know that you can really call it a thing.
Yeah.
White nationalists.
Yeah, like what is their organization and what have they accomplished in any time recently?
60
Nothing.
years.
Nothing.
Nothing. Actually, they've been around for almost 100 and
Oh yeah, they've been around for a long
130
time, but
years.
they've been around for a long time, sure, but they're not.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a nothing organization. I mean, I don't even know if you can call them an organization anymore. You know?
Not really.
Anyway.
A loose group of like 10 people. I think we have more viewers than the KKK has members.
Yeah. You know where nationalism of this sort, white nationalism or whatever you want to call it, of this sort is actually growing? Europe.
Yeah, the French actually.
Not just the French though. I mean, all over.
Well,
I mean, just look at what
today. Go ahead.
I
Sorry.
was just going to say, just look at soccer games and the way they treat the black players in Europe in these soccer games. It's gross. It's gross.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
So this week in France, I have to applaud them. They have, in the last 6 months, they have shut down over 90 mosques. And this week, yesterday, I believe, they shut down one of the biggest mosques in all of France due to the mosque's teaching of essentially jihad.
Yeah.
They're teaching jihad in the in these mosques, which is illegal in France. And they
I wonder
finally
why.
have a.
I wonder why it's illegal in France.
It wasn't up until this year when they got a new prime minister.
But I mean, like,
And
what
this new prime
reason would they
minister-
have to be afraid? You know, it's not like anything ever happened to them on multiple
Oh, you
occasions.
mean like the guy that literally decapitated a teacher and stabbed 22 people?
Okay, well, there's that one incident, or you know, when they, what did they do to
Bombed.
Charlie Hebdo?
Yeah, there's also the bombing at the Paris airport.
And then there was that concert or something that was going on, and a group of militants attacked that, right? And a group of terrorists attacked that.
Using acid.
Yeah. Well, there's one with guns too, I think.
I don't think there's ever been one with guns.
I feel like there was, but maybe it was another incident. Either way.
Anyways, so it just goes to show you, listen, guns don't kill people, people kill people.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have guns, guess what? They're going to use something else.
Yes, that is true.
But the cool thing is, a lot of the French people are equating this new prime minister to Trump. He's still a
he's a socialist still,
left
right?
leaning. He's still a socialist, but
he's more See,
he's more of a nationalist.
Yeah. See, now that's where we get into a problem because nationalism isn't necessarily bad. Nationalism just means
but it's not
I
necessarily
love
good.
our country, you know, and our country. We should take care. You know, it's America first. That's a nationalist, you know, ideology.
Yeah.
So in France, it would be France first.
Correct.
But there was a time that there was a nationalism paired with an economic ideology called socialism, and that produced National Socialism, and that was really a bad idea.
It was run by some pretty nasty people.
True.
Yeah.
And the thing is
that
the thing about it is, when you start bringing in, when your goal is a pure ethnicity in your nationalism,
that's usually not a good thing.
dark territory, because it doesn't have to be about that. You know, it can be about the ideas upon which your nation was founded, except that in Europe, most of these countries were founded on Germans are German and French are French You know, America,
English are English.
Americans are free.
Yeah.
That's what we are.
We if you, doesn't matter what race, gender, anything.
Yeah.
You are an American.
As long as you agree with our principles.
Correct.
What else?
Speaking of principles,
Yeah.
there is a new study that just came out today. Surging inflation will cost millions of Americans more than $3,500 in additional expense this year, according to the Penn Warrington University of Pennsylvania budget model. Analysis published on yesterday. That every American will spend an additional $3,500 just to live in America.
Next year?
So your dollar, no, this year.
We'll have spent that much this year?
Yeah, for the previous year. So your dollar just decreased by $3,500.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
So
you're having to spend that much more money to buy the stuff. So congratulations.
And and it's only going to get worse next year.
Yes. And the Fed is scheduled to raise interest rates 3 times next year.
Ooh. That'll be great.
Oh, it's going to be quite bad.
What's that going to do to the housing market?
Here probably not too much. Everywhere else,
we got a ton of people coming still.
Yeah. As long as people keep coming here, the housing market's just going to remain absolutely insane. However,
well, it might get worse because people might stop selling.
That's the only way that I think that it could get worse if people just stop selling.
Well, like what I'm saying is that, okay, so in Florida, you have your house now at a really low interest rate, probably, right?
Correct.
Now you can get a lot of money for selling it, but then you got to go buy another house and buy it at a higher interest rate. That's not gonna.
Yeah.
You know.
Like there's some people that have 1.1 to 1.3 interest rates.
Yeah.
Which is astounding.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. It's unheard of in American history to have that low of interest rate. My parents, when they bought their house at 16% interest.
Oh yeah.
16%.
We're upset when it's 5% interest.
Right?
Mm-hmm. And we should be. I mean, that's a lot of money. 16% interest is crazy.
Yeah.
But, you know.
But then again, they also bought their house at, this is back in the 80s, and they spent $82,000.
Yeah.
Or no, actually, I think it was $76,000.
Yes.
I think 86 was finishing it all out. But my dad built most of the house himself. So
I can't do that now either because the cost of construction is so high.
Yeah,
and you if you do it yourself,
you got snow
permit. Jeez, you gotta get permitted.
Everything has to be permitted. Yeah,
you got permitted out the wazoo.
Yep.
Because zoning laws and. The government needs the government needs to get their cut.
Yeah.
God, man, that pisses me off every time I think about it.
So in this study, at the very end, they're expecting anywhere from $6,000 to $9,000 worth of inflation for next year. So,
F these people.
Bye money.
This is, but your wages aren't going to go up. You're going to get your crappy little raise, maybe, if business is good enough to get your little junk raise, And I'm not blaming, the business owner for that.
Corporations.
Really.
No.
But you know, certain places can freaking afford it, but they won't. But
So, like Amazon. Amazon just announced that everyone, from top to bottom, their minimum wage went up to $20 an hour.
wow.
Top to
From
bottom,
top to bottom, jeez.
$20 an hour. Yeah.
That's
Doesn't matter where
awesome.
you are.
That's awesome. And it kind of pisses
Well,
me off.
let's think about that. So Amazon, say you've been working for Amazon for 4 years, and
Oh, of
you're
course.
making,
Yes.
say, $18 an hour. It's not bad. It's not a bad amount. Um, and the guy next to you has been working there for about a month, holiday, seasonal working. Um, they now make their minimum wage $20 an hour. You just got a $2 raise, and the person next to you who's been there for a month is now making the exact same amount as you.
Yeah. I mean,
Is your 4 years worth the same as his 1 month?
I don't know. Oh, I mean, what are you supposed to do about that, though? If you want to raise the rates, you know.
If you're going to raise rates, raise them equally. You know, tier them like they currently are. Um, rate